Colleen here, DIYer behind LemonThistle.com, and today I'm excited to share how to make this cute little leather passport holder with you. It's cute, right? I've made this little leather passport holder in partnership with Cricut. I cut out the leather using my Cricut Maker and the deep cut blade. And the leather I used for this project is also from Cricut. They make this really beautiful metallic leather. I made a passport holder in the pink and in the gold. And then after I cut it out, I sewed it with my sewing machine. And then after that, I added on the metallic detail here. And I really love how that looks against the shiny leather. It's just all shiny and beautiful. I did that using my new Cricut Easy Press 2. It's so cute and tiny. And so I'll share how I did all of that. But first, if you have not yet subscribed, I would so love if you did that below so you don't miss out on any more DIY or home decor videos. Let's get started. So you can just see it's a little passport holder. It's got the pocket on the one side for your passport and then the pocket on the other side for your boarding passes. And then I think this little cut here must be for, like, I don't know, a pen, is that a thing? A card? I'm not sure. It came in the pattern, but I like it. Alright, so the first thing that you'll need to do is open up the project in Design Space. I've put a link to that in the description below. When you open that up, all of the files should be included with Cricut Access. Once you open it up, you can click Make It unless you want to customize it. And when you hit Make It, it will take you to the page where you have to select your machine and you have to select your material. So for this material, I used the Cricut metallic leather. And so for that, that's already loaded into Cricut Design Space. You don't have to make any specific settings, which is nice. And it will give you a notification that you need to use the deep cut blade. The deep cut blade can be used with either the Cricut Maker or the Cricut machines that have the interchangeable blade option. When you're using the leather though, here's the things that you need to keep in mind. Make sure you use the strong grip mat and put the shiny side or the smooth side of the leather down. This is going to keep it from jumping around and giving you jagged edges. You're also going to need to trim it down to only 11 inches wide. This is to make room for the star wheels. The star wheels are those little white wheels around the bar of your Cricut that pull the material through. Since it's a thicker material, it's going to indent the material if you leave those there. So you want to slide them all to the one side, which is why you cut down your material to 11 inches to make room for those over there. Then cut it out. This goes pretty quick actually. I'm always so impressed to see what the Cricut can cut out, and cutting leather is just one of those things. Once it's all cut out, I used the Cricut scoring tool, which comes with the paper crafting set, but you can use any kind of scoring tool, or you could really lightly use a craft knife and just score that line where it's going to fold. This is going to help it fold flatter. When you're done that, you can go ahead and you can sew your leather. Now I have a whole blog post on tips for sewing leather, but here's a few quick ones. Never, ever, ever pin the leather. Pinning leather is going to leave holes that you can't repair. There's no hiding them like there is in material. So instead, use binder clips to hold your pieces together. I like to use a leather needle, which is just, I think it's a little bit stronger. It doesn't bend quite as easily. And I like to use an upholstery thread. This is just stronger and it's not going to tear as easily. The other thing that you really want to keep in mind with leather is that you can't steam rip and try again, because those holes from the needles will be there. So take your time, go really slow. This is also going to help your just regular sewing machine get through the thicker material, because you're going through 2 layers of leather that's pretty thick and that's pretty tough for your sewing machine. Once you have your pieces sewn together, you can go ahead and you can cut out your metallic lettering and airplane. So for this, I used the Cricut iron-on foil in pewter. I really love this color, and it goes with all those different metallic leathers really beautifully. When you're using any iron-on material, make sure to mirror that image. So you'll do that right here in your Cricut Design software. Cut it out, then weed it really carefully because they are tiny little pieces and it's easy to pull up some of those letters, especially if it doesn't cut perfectly. When that's done, go ahead and heat up your Easy Press. I am using the new Cricut Easy Press 2, which is available in different sizes. So I have the little tiny cute one here, which is the perfect size for this project. If you have never used an Easy Press, what it is basically a cross between an iron and a heat press. that applies really even heat. Since there is no recommended settings on the Cricut Easy Press settings page for anything really ironed onto leather, I kind of made it up as I went. I went and used the faux leather settings for the iron-on foil, but then I had to double that time and sometimes even triple that time. If you go to peel it back and it's just not adhering, you can go ahead and just add the Easy Press back on for more time. You'll be able to see through that clear protective sheet there if it's transferred, if you can see the texture of the leather through the foil. After you've peeled back the backing and it is adhered, I did go ahead and use a piece of parchment paper and then the iron for just a few more seconds just to help set it and really make sure that it's on there good. This is because the leather is so thick that you can't really flip it over and iron on the back side of the material. That's not going to make much of a difference. So I did this instead, and I'm really happy with how that set the foil iron-on material onto the leather. Once it was adhered though, this is on there. It's not going anywhere. You can rub your finger over it and there's no edges to pull up. I think it's gonna last really well. There you have it. I am so in love with how these passport holders turned out. I have never had one before, and now I'm excited that when I go on my trips, I can keep my boarding passes with my passports and they're not gonna get all torn up and tattered like they do currently in my purse. Plus, it's really cute. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up button below and subscribe so you don't miss out on any more DIY or home decor videos. We'll see you next time.